All right, guys, so you want to take editorial photos, but you don't know where to start, right? You don't even know what editorial is. Your mom doesn't love you. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to take editorial photos and 5 easy steps, or I guess I'm going to tell you kind of 5 tips that I use in my photo shoots to try to get editorial photos, explain to you what editorials are, and then also maybe help fuse that relationship with your mother. So stay tuned. I'm going to show you the studio, the talent, and yeah, let's do it. Mwah. What is up, guys? Welcome back to Once Upon a Time, the greatest channel on YouTube where we talk about nothing because I don't know anything about photography. I just kind of shoot. I kind of know a little bit about ISO. And in today's video, I wanted to talk to you about editorial. But first of all, we need to know what an editorial is. And I guess let me explain it to you. Now, what is an editorial, ChatGPT? So editorial photography pretty much tells a story. You usually see this in high-end magazines whenever you see like a Dior campaign or campaign for sofas even. Like it's something that is done in all of the art industry and all of the marketing industry as well. And these photos don't necessarily have to talk about a certain product at all. They can sometimes just be kind of concepts, right? Narratives of a story that maybe has a little bit to do with the item they're selling, like a bag or earrings or whatever it is. Anyways, the point is, it's less about selling a product and more about telling a story. So how do we do that? Well, first you need a fantastic team. So let's introduce you guys. All right, guys, we are here today with our talent. I'm gonna have them introduce themselves. Why don't we start over here?
Hi, I'm Alina and I am the stylist.
And how long have you been styling for?
Almost 2 years.
What's the vibe that you're giving? I know I said whimsical, but what is it that I guess you like about these colors that we're using today?
I just love getting to play with like props, colors, very, whimsical, avant-garde. That's kind of the vibe I like to go for. So just really playing and exploring with textures, fabric.
Getting a little freaky with it.
Getting a little freaky.
Exactly. And then we have...
Hi, I'm Genevieve. I think I've all met you before, and I'm the model for today. I am trying to serve regal and elegant while getting a little freaky with it, as our lovely stylist said.
Exactly. So let's get freaky, guys. So first things first is narrative. So what is narrative? You kind of have to figure this out before the shoot. The way I do this sometimes is just by going on Pinterest, Instagram, finding ideas that I like, and maybe attaching some sort of narrative to it. So the story that we went for is something a little more in the whimsical, avant-garde kind of thing. We have these big fruits, these big props, these really pale, contrasty colors with some more bright ones. Like I said, it doesn't even necessarily have to be an actual story. It can literally just be an idea of a story. So let's start shooting. Beautiful.
Yay!
The second most important thing about an editorial photo shoot is styling. Now, I am not a stylist myself. This is fashionable as I get, but I want to hear from our stylist.
I got it.
Yeah.
I think with editorials, it's really fun to like play around and get creative. It's not this super like stark minimalist vibe all the time. So it's really fun to get some retro styles in there, going to vintage stores, thrift shop, really playing around with things from like decades past.
And it doesn't have to be expensive either, right?
No, not at all. Honestly, some stuff I don't know, maybe this is controversial. I'll just get from Amazon because I know, but it's just simple. It's gonna like live in my little bin of styling props or things, you know, so I don't want to spend a whole lot of money on it. It's an easy way to source, but also a great thing to do is going to local boutiques and see if you can collaborate with them. You show some of their pieces and they can like kind of work with you to show off your work. Say like, hey, I would love to style your clothes. I'll make sure to feature you. I think that's a really great way to like collab with people and also have more of like a sustainable sourcing option.
Exactly. So all the outfits here are actually a mix of Jenna's stuff and I guess just Amazon and any of your stuff.
Stuff from my closet too.
Yeah, stuff from your closet too. So anyways, the point is you don't need to spend a lot of money to go editorial. You just have to be creative about it and weird about it. Don't be scared to be a little freaky. So anyways, let's get back to shooting. Another huge thing is to pick a location with a little bit of character. The whole thing about editorials, I guess, is that it's a nice balance between the background, the foreground, the model, the styling, a little bit of everything, which I think is not the case with a lot of other types of photography. For example, when you're doing product photography, you're focusing a lot more on a plain background with, let's say, you're shooting a watch or you're shooting e-commerce, you're just shooting on a white background. And then the reverse can be when you're shooting maybe an item in a really busy background. That can be the other side of it. However, in editorials, I think that it's kind of a mix of both worlds, right? You want to have an interesting background and you want to have an interesting subject and you want to have interesting clothes. So it's a little mix of everything. So location is very important. For me, this shoot was whimsical, and you guys know, you've seen me in the studio before, but this little backdrop tapestry things are really great because they kind of create this almost like yearbook effect, but also in a whimsical way that's not too corny, you know? So pick a location that has some personality and it will just elevate your shoots to the next level. All right, now we have this, obviously the brown tapestry here, and we have to laugh. This is actually really funny. It looks real, does it not? We share bread. Anyways, we're gonna take some photos here. It's a little weird, but that's the thing, right? You wanna get weird, and if it doesn't work, guess what? We won't post a photo, but you will see them in the video, just not on Instagram. But I think we'll be fine. All right, let's do it. Hello guys, this is me and my bread. So the next thing is to play with your angles, play with expression, and play with movement. When it comes to editorials, it's all about two things. It's either gonna be stillness, which gives a more cinematic feel, or movement, which gives more energetic feel. Think about editorials for Nike, Adidas, all those type of brands. They have a lot of movement going on because they're selling the idea of exercise, activity, blah, blah, blah. While things like Dior, Chanel, Dolce & Gabbana are usually selling you more in the idea of elegance, which is a lot of times kind of hand in hand with stillness. For this one, we're going more of the stillness vibe. So, you know, we're just gonna be playing around with stillness, different poses, and it's also a lot about faces. What expressions is your model giving? Is she giving a straight face? Is she angry? Is she tired of being there? You know, there's a lot of things you can play in. So right here we have a, what car is this? Camaro. I found this car online and I saw this kind of inspo photo that I'm popping up here. And I think we're just gonna try to do the same thing. Look, it's not about reinventing the wheel. It's about copying other people's work apparently. So we're just gonna have really just some fun here, all right? Don't take it too serious. I'm a jokester. Now, another thing that you will notice in editorial photo shoots is that every single photo kind of has the same mood, the same color, the same vibrancy, the same vibe. And that's something that you sort of kind of have to handle on your editing side of things. Make sure to use maybe not the same exact preset, but something that kind of aligns with the theme throughout the whole photo shoot. So when you post them, they make sense next to each other. I'm talking about if you have a photo of a close-up of a woman with a car on her head, the next photo shouldn't be somebody underwater. And also the color should go very closely related to each other. For example, if you do have the photo of a lady with a car on her head, maybe the next slide could be a car underwater with the same color theme. That could potentially work. We're not doing that here. We don't have that budget, sadly. But you know what I'm saying. Just keep the same cohesive theme. Let's get into the last thing, which is just another outfit. We have about 15 minutes left in the studio. So we're just gonna rock it out real quick and then I will see you guys after. Let's line up our chakras right now real quick, everybody. Let's just peace out. And that was it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Shout out to these two amazing, beautiful women right here. This is their Instagram, so you can follow them, find them here. Sorry, I'm talking too fast. Next time I see you, I'm going to build a 25-story tall building, and then I'm gonna put a little pool right at the very bottom, and I'm gonna jump using nothing but my underwear and maybe a car, and then we'll take some photos. It'll be a great time. See you guys next week. Wow.